if you can give us some insight of what a day looks like for a frontline worker with the current COVID measures.
The typical daily schedule of a nurse has changed tremendously during the pandemic.
We're wearing full PPE. You got your surgical mask, your goggles, face shield. And then we're going in and out of patients' rooms. If they're fairly sick, we could be going in and out dozens of times per day, going through PPE like it's going out of style.
They meticulously put on proper PPE and remove them as well. This takes time, but it's a vital step in reducing transmission.
How have you been able to stay motivated?
It is really difficult to stay motivated, especially since we don't have a clear end date in sight. I must say the gratitude expressed by our patients and their loved ones, even the community, lifts our spirits and keeps us motivated.
Something that I like to share with my colleagues is that, there are good days on the horizon, and we should, take each shift as it is and not worry about the future as much, and kind of try to stay present, as grounded as possible.
In football, when we win, we celebrate with fist bumps, dancing. It's a whole show. You folks are saving lives. So how do you celebrate that?
Us in the hospital is when we see patients recover from COVID and we are able to safely discharge them home.
That's kind of always been the goal of medicine and nursing in general, is to preserve the sanctity and the well-being of your patient, both physically, emotionally, and mentally.
Hopefully one day in the near future, our great team will be able to truly celebrate and reflect on all of our efforts and hard work.
How has the community of Guelph responded and helped nurses?
Very supportive right from the beginning, since the inception of COVID. So we received support from local businesses, both small and large, providing food and beverage to the unit and to everyone on the team.
Initially, in the beginning of the pandemic, hospitals were short of PPE. We received a ton of cloth masks and caps, hand sewn by the generous people in our community. Companies donated face shields.
I would definitely say that Guelph community did recognize and continues to recognize the role that both nurses and healthcare professionals play in the kind of COVID regime that currently exists, and will hopefully be over soon enough.
Imagine you're at an alumni stadium at a packed game. What would you look forward to the most, and what do you miss?
I was in a stadium. I would definitely look forward to seeing other people kind of beside me within that 6 feet, and being able to see their face. I think we took for granted the lower half of our faces, and it's just those expressions that you kind of miss, seeing on people's faces, and just the energy that you feed off other people.
It's now up to the young adults and students in our community to really do their part and get vaccinated when it's their turn, so that we'll be able to enjoy the games.
Is there any message that you or the nurses may have for the community of Guelph?
So our message to the community of Guelph would be to resist pandemic fatigue, keep putting on your masks, get vaccinated, and continue to follow recommendations from public health.
Continue to communicate with loved ones and friends, and because that psychosocial aspect is very important for the mental health and well-being of our population, and developing a routine for yourself if you are working from home, just to keep yourself accountable. And